Two women sitting in chairs.
Hi, this is Saloni. I'm so excited to be filming a video about application tips.
Text, Saloni Kumar, 23, woman on campus, she/her.
I knew that when I was in high school, I had so many questions about applying to college, especially because my parents did not go to school in the US. So I decided to bring in my good friend Jenny, and we are going to go through your questions. So Jenny, would you please introduce yourself to our viewers?
Hi guys, my name is Jenny. I am the senior class president. I am a psych major and a sociology minor.
Text, Jenny Ween, 22, psychology, she/her.
Awesome. And what were you like in high school?
Oh my gosh, I was so confused. I was lost most of the time. I didn't do any research into schools. I just looked at anything in Boston and I was like, okay, I'm gonna apply here.
I agree. I think I was just doing everything so randomly and I felt very lost as well. So that's very relatable.
Saloni reads from her phone.
First question is, I have a lot of interests, but not one thing I'm really good at. What should I talk about in my essay? Well, I feel like there isn't one right thing to talk about in your essay, and to make it more about who you are as a person rather than your achievements, and to make it more about your passions, your interests, and ultimately I don't really think it matters what you talk about, but I do think it matters how you talk about what you say.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like if you also don't know what to talk about, like talking to an admissions counselor is super important. Like they're there to help you at all times. So it was really nice. I got to know mine from Simmons, and it was really helpful when it came to like applying for school and like learning more about like how I fit in here, you know.
So the next question is, how do I make my application stand out from other applicants?
I feel like you just have to be passionate, right? Like talk about things that are so important to you that you want others to understand about you. Especially like college is about finding yourself and like being on this journey by yourself. So it's really important just to like figure out what you love.
And even if you don't know where exactly you're going, it's important that you weave in your story with the school story. So when I applied to Simmons, I talked about like specific clubs I wanted to be a part of, and you know, like specific ways I wanted to engage with this community. And I think that that really helped like paint a clear picture of the school could also see me as a Simmons student. Because as much as like the college is going to be accepting you, like you're also an active part of the process, and you will be accepting the college. And I think that when you come from that more empowered space, like the people who you interact with, they can sense it. And I just think it makes for like a stronger application. So the next question is, should I apply for scholarships in advance before filling out my application or after? I think it depends on the deadlines for the scholarship. I certainly applied to several scholarships throughout the college process, and I remember sort of doing them at the same time. And what I found is that some of the material that I wrote for my college essays actually translated pretty well into my scholarship essays. So that's a strategy to like get them done together. But also sometimes you're gonna just have to like do extra work if you want a chance at those scholarships.
Yeah, I had like the complete opposite experience. I didn't apply to any scholarships, and I relied a lot on like financial aid and like schools. Like luckily enough, like Simmons, all first years get some form of financial aid from the school, so I was really fortunate enough to get a lot of money from Simmons.
Saloni nods.
Is my posture okay? I'm sorry.
Jenny reaches to her back.
I feel like my back is like...
My back is hurting.
No, I feel like I'm standing so straight. I'm like, this is not real. This is not how I sit.
Saloni covers her mouth as she laughs.
So the last question is, I'm not yet sure what I want to major in. Is that okay?
Yeah, of course. I mean, like some people do know what they want, right? But like not always. Like I think it just depends on where you are and where you're at. Like school is all about trying to figure out what you want to study and like who you're gonna meet, especially at college, you know?
Did you know what you wanted to major in?
Yeah, I came into school thinking I was gonna major in psychology, and I added a bunch of other things to my list, but for the most part I didn't know, but it was still hard.
I was like all over the place. I had a list and I would like cross out different majors that I didn't want, and then I'd like erase the cross.
Saloni moves her hand back and forth like she's erasing.
I was just like so all over the place for the first 2 years because I took classes all over the place. And, you know, it took a little bit of time and some whittling, but, you know, we got there. And I think that's all that matters. You do get your first 2 years to just explore. And if you need that time, then absolutely take it.
Yeah.
So that's all the time we have today. Thank you so much for being here, Jenny.
Thank you guys so much for having me.
And if we didn't get to your question, please feel free to reach out to admissions. And also, if you want to know what it's like to make a video like this and see the behind the scenes, feel free to reach out and follow the Woman on Campus Instagram.
A seal appears with a picture of a tree and its roots. Text, 1899, Simmons University, Boston, Massachusetts. Simmons University, Boston, Massachusetts, established 1899.